y'all, Carbonated Possum here. My puppy is on the couch. You might hear him, and if you do, that is just okay. It's his house. I saw a little bit of this video on Oh Lordy It's Jordy on the rewatch, and I wasn't entirely sure if I was going to react to it at first. I have just a nuts ton to do today. But there was like a specific moment in the beginning where I was like, ugh, okay, yeah, whatever, let's do it. I want to say that this video is first titled Counting Calories While Ordering Takeout, What I Ate Today, Episode 2, and her thumbnail is her eating. Amber, you are in active addiction, and you are showing yourself like glorifying, not glorifying, but like the thumbnail that you intentionally chose was you being an addict. And I think that that is bonkers. As somebody who is 3 years sober from my addiction, which was alcohol, the thought of like being an active alcoholic and then being like, like how I'm going about not drinking anymore with the thumbnail of me holding like a bottle of wine is crazy. That's just crazy to me. So anyway, with all that being said, if y'all hear some little like movements in the background, I am getting ready today. I don't have like I have a lot to do today. So I'm using this time to like also a little bit get ready. And we are going to, it's 12 minutes long. We're going to react. Let's hit it, girl. I have my bingo sheet ready. So for the bingo sheet, real quick, across the top, reaction channels. And then the next one, mentions. For the Carbonated Possum, for me specifically, I put She Pissed Me Off in the free space because come on. So She Pissed Me Off is in the free space. And then I laughed. The woman was too stunned to speak. I have my soapbox. And then I like literally had to pause the video and step away. We've not gotten there yet. But when we do, you know what? We'll dob it. It'll be fun. Then we have the different Lynn's, the many sides of Amberlynn. We have I don't watch reaction channels Lynn. I don't read the comments Lynn, Nutrition Lynn, Dr. Lynn, and Smug Lynn. If any of those facets show their facet little face today, then we get to dob. Last one are sightings. Mama Lynn sightings, the outdoor sightings, Twinkie mention. If we see her perfume hoard, and if she drinks water. If she drinks water, we dob. You know what? We'll call a win, and we'll move on. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, what the nuts?
Welcome to another What I Ate Today video. This is episode 2. So if you guys don't know, based on my new weigh-in, I was doing the no diet. It didn't work for me.
Girl, you didn't have to tell us. Girl, we been new.
Okay, that's an obvious. I feel like there is a version of Amberlynn where it could work, but it's not her right now.
And I saw Oh Lordy It's Jordy start speaking on this, and I thought what he said was very interesting, where he was saying like, okay, there might be a version of me that's a doctor, there might be a version of me that's this and that, but that's not the Jordy that I am. Like, it's very like multiverse coded. I see your AirPod, girl. You don't have to put your hair up for it. Christ and a half. But like if I, and I'm only speaking from the experience and from the mindset of somebody who is sober from their addiction, that mindset is not going to help you. Like there might be a version of me, but that's not the me that I'm in, because what you're going to do is you're going to start lying to yourself, if you're not already, that because that version of me theoretically exists, it can theoretically be the me that I experience. So theoretically, I can eat whatever I want. Like it's, addicts' brains are interesting. They're interesting and they're deceptive and they're cruel. And while Amber, her personality is also all of those things, I do want to highlight just the nature of addiction, where if you say things like this, like, oh, there might be a version of me, like for me, there might be a version of me that can like go out to like a distillery and have a beer with friends. If I perseverate on that for too long, I'm going to convince myself that I can be that version of me. I wouldn't encourage it.
Like, no. If you hear my dog eating in the back, sorry about that. But sometimes I go to
That counts. Twinkie mention. Oh, hell yeah, brother. All right, we have our one. We have one. We can do it today, you guys. I feel it.
And I'm like, you hear Twinkie either like eating in the back or doing something, and I'm like, what is that noise? And I'm like, oh, that's Twinkie. But like,
you're wondering what the noise is of your dog eating? What? At no point do my dogs eat, and I'm like, hey, what's that noise?
Some random person, they're probably like, what is that? Anyways, so instead of doing the no diet, I am counting calories on Noom. I really like Noom because I'm learning a lot of different things, like about the psychology of losing weight and foods and this and that and like nutrition, because they have so many mini lessons. I mean, it's stuff that I already know for the most part, but there are things that I am learning, and I like having that support. So in this What I Ate Today video,
I'm just gonna pause it right there. I thought that she was gonna end on a more like concrete period note. Okay. This might be a soapbox moment. And this is almost specifically for Amber. Amber, if you ever see this, I want you to like actually think about what I'm saying and see if any part of it you can identify with. Okay? You're starting new. Wonderful. I love that. Very good. Good job. Good job. When I was in addiction and when I was drinking, I would start everything. I would start. Hold on. This actually is going to be my soapbox. Let's just go ahead and dob it. I'm like getting ready on my chair. When I was in addiction, I would make up all of these different plans so that I could keep having a relationship with what I was addicted to. And so what that looked like is, okay, so I'm just not going to buy a 12-pack of whatever it is I was drinking. I'm just not going to have it in the house because now I know and I've learned and I know better. If I have it in the house, then I'm going to drink it. And I'm going to drink it all and I'm going to drink it quickly. And so I can't have a 12-pack. And so I'm just going to get singles. I'm going to get singletons, like just a single big tall boy. And then I would go and get a singleton and I would be like, I'm so smart for doing this. And I would go home and I would drink it. And then I would go get another one. And then I would go home and drink it. And then I would go get another one. And so I'm like, okay, so singletons are out. I'm just going to have a bottle of wine a week. Just one bottle of wine a week. And then I can decide in that way, I can either space it out and I can have a glass of wine most nights, or I can just I can drink the whole bottle one night. Or if I'm doing something with friends, then I'll save it for that Saturday, even though I never saved it. And it would get to the point where I would drink the whole bottle of wine in a night or two. And then I would be and then I would delude myself again. And I would be okay, well, lots of people drink 2 bottles of wine a week. A ton of people do it. And I'm young. I'm so young. And it's COVID. And so really there aren't rules around drinking anymore. And I can have 2 bottles of wine a week. And I would get another bottle of wine and then I would drink it. And then I would be I would go into the medical aspect of it all and be okay, so there's actually a lot of health benefits for red wine. And so I'm going to have it just a glass of red wine. And now I know that I can't have a bottle at home. And so I'm just going to get a mini one. I'm just going to get a 4-pack of those mini ones. And that's how I'll space it out because they're individually packaged. It's not a full, it's pre-portioned, right? And then I would drink all of those. I would drink all of my little mini bottles. And then I would be okay, so obviously now I know better. Now I know better and I've learned more about myself. And so instead of doing the mini 4 bottles, I'm going to do a single mini. And do you see how this cycle is repeating itself? Where I just did this with cans, right? I can't have a 12-pack, and so I'm going to get singletons. Now I can't have a bottle of wine, so I'm going to get singletons. Okay, well now singletons don't work, and so now I have to actually go buy one individual one at the store. Okay, so this is an example of a cycle, right? And then we're going to branch off from there. I drank when I was happy and I had something to celebrate. I drank when I was sad. I drank when I was angry. I drank when I felt lonely, and I drank when I felt bored. I drank when I was going to play a video game because it was more fun playing video games when I was drinking. I was going to drink when I hang out with friends because it was more fun hanging out with friends when I was drinking. Okay? I'm going to have a drink with dinner, but also sometimes people have beers with lunch. It's my day off. And there was never a point in time where having a drink didn't sound good. or it didn't sound reasonable, or it didn't sound justified. I could justify any reason to have a drink. And so, in the only time, it literally, so my quote unquote rock bottom wasn't even that bad. I didn't end up in jail, right? I wasn't arrested, but I got to a point where I was like, my life is going to very dramatically change, and the person that I love the most is going to no longer be in my life if I keep this up. I just, and not even because they said it, I just knew. And that was the day that I went to my first meeting, and that was 3 years ago. The and before, and look, and and I'll cut you off there, girl. I'll cut you off there because I know what you're going to say. Because I know addiction. I know what you're going to say. Oh, God, I hope y'all didn't see that. Is it still recording? Great. I know what you're going to say because I know addiction. You're going to say, well, good job. That's great. That's great that you're 3 years sober. Very proud of that. That's a huge accomplishment. And then what you're going to say is, but it's different because my addiction is to food and you can't live without food. I can't not interact with my addiction every single day. Amber, do you know how much stuff alcohol is in? You don't you don't really know until you get sober, girl, because it's in commercials. It's in every TV show. My first year of sobriety, there were specific TV shows that I had to stop watching because I would justify a drink by saying like, oh, they're having wine on Downton Abbey. I want to have a glass of wine too. I would be alone in my house. Oh, shake it off. But what I'm saying is, no, there's not a day that goes by where I don't have to interact in some capacity with the thing that I'm addicted to. Every time I go to the grocery store. Do you know what they put right by the doors? I'll give you 3 guesses, girl. Every time I go out with friends, anytime I go anywhere, and it's not even I need to go somewhere. If I order food on my phone, if I order Instacart, I see alcohol. If I go to a gas station, I see alcohol. If I'm alone in my house watching shows, now if I find a show, well, I mean, I don't get triggered by alcohol in shows anymore. But at first I was like, how are there commercials for alcohol? I was like, is there a way? I literally was like, there should be a way that I should be able to opt out of alcohol commercials. Because they were, and God, I mean, woof! Anyway, this is what an addiction cycle looks like. And I'm going to cut you off there again, girl, before you say like, well, I'm in an addiction. Like, yeah, being in an addiction sucks. And I have an addiction. Shut up. Literally, zip your lips, okay? We have a saying in sobriety, baby 'em and bury 'em. All right? People, I think, coddle you very much because you get very angry if you can't have what you're addicted to. I would as well. Shut up. Literally stop. It's not good enough. You having an addiction is it a disease? Yes. Is it part of your core DNA and something that you cannot change? Is it the color of your eyes? No. You have to take some responsibility at some point. Yes, you have an addiction. Yes, I am also an addict. The difference is you have to take responsibility for it. Otherwise, it's never going to get better. And it's different because my addiction, oh my God, I really hate this version of myself, but I would drink and then I would think it was a really good idea to go get more alcohol and I would drive. My addiction could have ended lives. More than just my own. I could have caused catastrophic damage to somebody, and I have to live with that. Your addiction is pretty localized to you, and I won't say that there's not damage to people in your, for lack of a better word, orbit, because to love an addict is to mourn an addict. To love somebody in active addiction is to be harmed by somebody in an active addiction. That just is true. But even still, you have to take some responsibility. And if you're not going to, then you're not going to. But at that point, stop acting like you're taking responsibility. If you're like, hey, I'm an addict, and do I feel like I have control over my addiction? No. Am I comfortable if it offs me? Yes. And I know, and I know that you won't say that because your audience doesn't want to hear it, but if that's true deep in your heart of hearts, just stop with the diets. Like, stop deluding yourself. Either commit and go get help, go get group help, not an app. You need to be in person somewhere getting help with this. And if you're not going to do that, then then what are you doing? What is the point of what is the point of this, like, hitting your head against a brick wall? And I can say all this in hindsight. I also was hitting my head against a brick wall when I was in addiction, but shut up, girl. Shut up. I'm not co-signing your bullshit. All right? I'm just speaking on my own life. Now I can look back and laugh. Woof! I think that's all. I might have to step away. Oh, God. Okay, whatever. 3, 2, 1, go. God, work. Ugh.
I will be showing you guys every single calorie that goes into my mouth. So if I have a meal in front of me, it means that I have already logged it into Noom. I log my calories into Noom even before I eat. So I actually have today planned. I had planned all of my meals last night, already logged my calories to know exactly what I was eating. Sometimes I do this because it helps me. There are times...
Amber. Here. Hey, Amber. Hey, scooch in close. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. If you're planning a day around your addiction, you're an addict. What I'm saying is I would plan... Again, I'm gonna speak to you. Girl, addict to addict. Hi, babe. I'm gonna speak to you. Addict to addict. I would plan my day around drinking. I would plan my meals around drinking. I would plan paydays around drinking. I would plan my weeks around drinking. I'm telling you that this is not helping you. I'm telling you that this is not helping you. What you're looking for is control over your addiction, and this is not how you are going to find it. This is not how you are going to gain control. By feeding your for lack of a better word, by feeding your addiction even farther and letting it control you to the point of you have to plan your day before the day even happens. It's just not doing what you think it's doing. I don't think that I have anything to dob here. Okay. God, keep it rolling. Sorry.
Where I can be more structured and actually follow that. And then there are other times where I need to be a little more lenient with myself.
Girl.
So I do have 2 goals that I follow weekly. 2 water bottles a day, coming from someone who never drinks water. And I'm also allowing myself to order takeout 3 times a week. So I have not done it yet. My reset starts every Tuesday because those are my weigh-in.
Amber, blink twice if I'm wrong here. There have been times where you have used all of those 3 DoorDashes in the same day. If you have really and truly limited yourself to only 3 DoorDashes a week, I bet you use those in the same day or in consecutive days. Again, addict behavior.
Days, and today is Thursday. Didn't order takeout Tuesday, didn't order takeout Wednesday. Am I gonna order it today? I already know the answer to that because I planned my meals last night, but you guys will see it in a little bit. I like to edit as I go, and I realize as I'm editing this clip, I forgot to say how many calories that I am allotted for the day. Noom wants me to eat anywhere between 2,600 to 3,400, which is kind of hecticana, to be honest, because my body is different. Like, there is multiple reasons for this. I have talked about it ad nauseum. Long story short,
she just pissed me off. I'm gonna dob that one because now here's my new rule. You don't get to use ad nauseum if you're still if you're still foddering and feeding your addiction, you don't get to use ad nauseum. This is my new rule. Ad nauseum is mine, okay? You can't have it. I worked hard. I earned it.
Your girl, went through menopause.
So sorry. If y'all didn't watch my last video, ad nauseum is, it's a recovery phrase. It happens in meetings for addictions, addiction group meetings. Girl, and if you're in addiction group meetings, first of all, Hey, that's really good, Amber. Good job. Let's positively reinforce that. I don't know. I'm starting to feel strangely possessive of this word. You don't get to use it no more. All done.
Changes your metabolism so much. It's insane. I also have lipedema, lymphedema, whatever. We don't have to get into it. Anyways, so I try very hard to stay near the 26, not the 3400. That freaks me out a little bit. So I just wanted to say like what I'm allotted, so we know at the end of the day if I've reached that goal, if I've gone over, etc., etc. All right.
Sorry, I swear. Holy balls, we're only 2 minutes into this. I swear I'm gonna stop pausing it so much. Amber, let me know if this one hits home. You one day do 2,600 calories exactly. You did so good. You did 2,600 calories exactly. The next day you're eating 3,000 calories because you did so good the day before. Am I right or am I wrong? Addict to addict, girl.
Let's get into my first meal. All right, you guys, it is time for my first meal. I planned my whole day around this.
Uh-oh.
So it was last
Oh no.
sometime. I was craving sushi, and so I ordered it from some random place. I made sure to get somewhere that like had a really high rating, because I am really picky when it comes to my sushi. So
where does she live? Oklahoma? I wouldn't eat sushi in Oklahoma. So I don't know. I want to dislike everything that she does, but that feels so fair. I wouldn't eat sushi in Oklahoma unless it was from like a really reputable place. Blech.
Here's just like some soy sauce, chopsticks, but I use my fingers, not gonna lie.
I'm so sorry. Oh, that's a laugh. I literally was just about to say, who wants to bet that she has no idea how to use chopsticks? Who wants to make me a wager right now that she has no idea how to use chopsticks? And she goes, I don't use chopsticks, I use my fingers.
Yeah, so I'm picky when it comes to my sushi. So I got this place, I was really nervous.
Shut up.
You guys, it is the best sushi I've ever had. So this is a crunchy cow.
I got this place, I was really nervous. It's the best sushi I've ever had. As she's opening it, was that a little slip, girl? Was that a little slipsies? Because you just literally said, I ordered it from a nice place. I'm nervous to try it, but it's the best sushi I've ever had. Be clearer.
Cali roll. This is 922 calories. I planned my whole day around it. So it is very high calorie.
You've told us,
I'm able
girl.
to eat in moderation and still fit everything into my goal for the day. So excited. Like, look how delicious. Just so you guys can see it a little better, here, I'm gonna show you guys the inside. It's a little bit of avocado and like this crab salad mixture. It's so good. That is so delicious. Who else loves ginger? I'm obsessed. So with this, I don't use soy sauce or anything.
I mean,
like,
how much of this does she show? Because I'm not.
So as you can see,
I'm not gonna participate.
It is crisp.
I'm not gonna participate with you in your addiction. I have enough addiction troubles of my own, girl.
With my sushi.
Ah, hell yeah. Water. Sorry, girly. Not gonna participate.
So a good way for me
I'm not sorry. I'm not co-signing your bullshit.
to get my water in, I tell myself this is the only thing you can drink before you have anything else, because I am a diet soda girly. So I have to reach my goal before I drink anything else.
So sorry. Heck. Notice how much her eyes are closed. And I know that she does slow blinks a lot, but she also closes her eyes so long when she's telling lies. Girl, you're telling me that you sat down with your sushi and you didn't, and you have to meet your goal before you can have Diet Coke. So you're telling me that you sat down with your sushi and you didn't have a Diet Coke. I simply don't believe you.
So my first water bottle. All right, you guys, so I just took some trash to the dumpster. Now I'm going to be drinking my second water.
Is that the same water bottle, Amber? Don't lie to me, girl. No chance. No chance. No chance. Amber, what is this? Genuinely, I'm not participating. I'm not participating in your addiction. What is this? Holy nuts. I was just double checking my bingo sheet. No, I'm not watching any of your videos where you like are showing you like prepping and eating food. I'm not going to show any videos of me pouring myself a glass of wine. That's crazy. Now what is this?
I just want people to know.
I was like, Amber, what the fuck? My bad, girl. I do apologize.
Oh, it is literally the same day. But I want people to see me in a different outfit.
Beat the no showering rumors, girl. Beat them like a dog.
And they're like, girl, you're lying. I hate that I even have to do that, but anyways, I am getting a little hungry, so after my shower, we are going to have my next meal, so I'll see you guys then. All right, you guys, so I'm out of the shower. We're kind of going backwards today. We're about to have breakfast for dinner. Let's get into it. Super simple, but some of you like watching me cook, so.
Shut up.
All right.
Shut up. I've got to step away. I'll be right back, you guys. I swear to God, I didn't even, brother, I think we have our first bingo. Have I gotten to a point where I'm too stunned to speak? I totally have. That's a job. All right, we've gotten a bingo. We've gotten a bingo. I'm so mad.
So first things first.
No, ma'am. No, thank you. Absolutely not. No, ma'am. Are you being so serious right now? No, ma'am.
A Sprite Zero with this meal. All right, you guys, so
exactly. She drinks soda with her meals. Don't pretend like you sat down with a whole thing of sushi and like didn't drink a Diet Coke. Girl, if you can't be honest with yourself.
It is snack time.
If I didn't daub before, you guys, are you being completely serious right now?
2,300 in.
And I'm not gonna skip what I ate today videos. I'm going to keep making this video, girl, because you are in addiction and I'm not. And it's not my job and it's not my place. And I'm comfortable with you remaining in your addiction and me not. I can be comfortable with that decision. But I also really like reacting because I think that this is all horse.
82 calories. Really, just because my tripod's in here, this is where we're gonna do food for thought for this episode. So food for thought is just a way for me to reflect on the choices that I made today.
Okay.
So let's get into it.
Yeah, hit it.
The last episode, I chose 5 random questions that I did come up with myself, and I realized after doing that video, I have dwindled it down to 3. If you had to improve one thing about today's food intake, what would it be?
Nothing.
Honestly, I feel like I did such a good job today. I am happy with every choice I made.
Did I cut off a butt?
But for reflecting purposes, I guess the one thing I would change, I would have gotten just like 1 sushi roll instead of 2. Was there a moment today that you were about?
Amber, I'm gonna level with you. No, I'm not.
Just kidding. But you stopped yourself? Honestly, no, because
Don't calling it. Let me get situated here. Don't call it falling off track. You are minimizing your addiction. Don't call it falling off track. Was there a time where you were triggered and you wanted to participate more aggressively in your addiction? Here's not a question. Was there a time that you found yourself not being able to tell yourself no? Was there a time where it was very difficult and or impossible to tell yourself no? That's the question that I would like you to answer.
I'm eating foods that are genuinely filling me up, leaving me satisfied. So I'm not feeling like, oh my God, I'm gonna overeat, or I'm gonna fall off track. So I didn't feel that way at all today.
It's not.
Do you consider today a successful day for you? No one else, just you. Why or why not? Absolutely. I stayed under my allotted calories. I allowed myself to have my little takeout meal while also cooking my other meals. I had freaking love.
See? Did you see the difference in her blinking? Did you see the difference in her blinking? When she closed her eyes, it looked like I allowed myself to have my takeout meal with a very drawn eyes closed. So what does that mean? It to me indicates some sort of duplicity with the takeout meal. But then she says, oh my God, what was it? I cooked the rest of my meals. Well, she showed that. Notice how her blinking changes. Let's go back.
Track, so I didn't feel that way at all today. Do you consider today a successful day for you? No one else, just you. Why or why not? Absolutely. I stayed under my allotted calories.
Long blink. I stayed under my allotted calories.
I allowed myself to have my little takeout meal while also
I allowed myself to have my takeout meal, and what? What? Did you order something else with your takeout meal? Is that because you were lying about the water? That feels like a moment of duplicity. I have a PhD. I don't have a PhD. I'll have my PhD in like 2 months.
Also cooking my other meals.
And then normal blinks. Ta-da! If she ever finds this account, guys, we're so cooked, though, because she's going to intentionally start freaking with her facial expressions.
Freaking leftovers. You guys know I'm very weird about leftovers. I drank my water. I just feel like I did a really good job, in my opinion. Obviously, as time goes on, I will slowly, get better. But for what it's worth, I am proud of myself. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
God. I hope you guys had so much fun watching this with me.
And I still have the bladder.
Sorry. Trigger warning to those using headphones. I am going to keep making videos because I find this really fun. I think ranting is really cathartic. And yeah, like, subscribe. And you know what? And I'm actually going to change my I'm going to change my outro. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment down below. If you're going to crash out, don't do it online. Google is forever. Okay. Love y'all. Bye.